Good morning, students. It is Wednesday, January 20th, and I'm sorry this is coming in a little bit late. I decided to make a change this morning. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly, and what I want you to do is to really get the ball rolling on part 3 today. You should spend most of your day, or try to get as much of part 3 done today as possible. And so for your exit ticket today, I'm having you focus on 3 battles, 3 individual battles where it's a one-on-one fight, meaning one character is, I guess you would maybe say, a duel, or is doing a face-off with another character. So one Greek character and one Trojan character, and they are facing off head-to-head. So I'm going to help you out by showing you where they are. They are early on in the reading, pages 52, which is the first page of the reading. A few pages later, page 58, and then page 60. Part 3 is all about the actual fight, like the battles are happening. The first 2 parts of our book were much more like setting the stage, meaning putting all of the puzzle pieces in place to get ready for these battles. So let me quick share my screen, and I'll show you what we're talking about. So we start here on page 52, and there's a read aloud available on on Google Classroom, but the first face-off happens on our first page of reading. And what happens is, this is something that happened in Greek history a lot. What happened in ancient history is, instead of both armies fighting, instead of both of your armies fighting, you could select a champion who would go out and fight on behalf of your side. And a lot of the soldiers liked that, because that meant that they didn't have to fight. They would just have their champion fight, and they probably wouldn't have to die, because whoever won the battle between the 2 champions, that would be the winner. So you can see here in the first paragraph that the 2 armies met, spears whistling, swords slashing. So the 2 armies are fighting face to face, like one side's here, battle, battle, battle. But then Paris decides that he would volunteer himself to fight Menelaus one-on-one for Helen. So your first face-off is between Paris and Menelaus, and the winner would be granted Helen, settling the matter and ending the war. A truce was declared. The grateful soldiers sat in long lines to watch the combat. So both soldiers are like, whoo, okay, we can just watch our champions fight, and we don't have to keep fighting anymore and possibly not die. Awesome. But what happens when Menelaus and Paris fight? Menelaus is a much stronger warrior than Paris is. Paris is struggling, and it's only through Aphrodite, his protector, showing up that Paris is able to get away. Unfortunately, it looks as though he ran away and he cheated, so that is a really big problem. If you have a champion who shows up and the 2 champions fight, and he does not fight honorably, meaning he runs away, then that's even worse than if the two battles were just fought between the armies. So our first face-off is between Paris and Menelaus, and Menelaus wins, but Paris is not killed, because Aphrodite makes sure that he gets away safe. So there's 2 interactions that are where the gods interfere. First, Aphrodite helps Paris get away alive, and then Hera and Athena are super worried that they're going to just send Helen out and the war will be over before Troy is destroyed. So they actually cause the fight to get worse in this paragraph down here. So number 1, Paris and Menelaus. Our next face-off is on page 58. So we've got some difficulties with what happens because Paris runs away, meaning Aphrodite gets him away. And then Hector comes out to kind of take the place of Paris. So the next battle is on page 58, or 56, not 58, sorry. He's on the page 56. And these two heroes are, if you find out from page 54, it is Hector for the Trojan side and Ajax for the Greek side. So Ajax is another mighty warrior for the Greeks. He's really, really, really tall. He's a big guy. So Achilles is their greatest warrior, but Ajax is like their next greatest warrior. So on page 56, Hector and Ajax fight. And in this first paragraph, it's a really important thing, and it's actually in your reading guide. They have a battle for the whole day, and there's two evenly matched, and so they actually exchange gifts out of respect for one another. And you'll find out that unfortunately the two gifts that they exchange are going to be important later on. So face-off number 2 is between Hector and Ajax, and that's on page 56. And then the last face-off from the story right now is, well, there's a little battle that has to do with Patroclus and Hector here. That's not one of the face-offs I'm talking about. Patroclus is Achilles' friend, and Patroclus knows that it's really important for people to see that Achilles is fighting. But because Achilles is mad at Agamemnon, he refuses to fight. So Patroclus puts on Achilles' armor, and to go pretend to be Achilles so that all of the Greeks would be feeling more confident in their win. And Hector, the greatest Trojan warrior, King Priam's son, Prince Hector, who just fought Ajax, doesn't know it's not Achilles, so he goes up to fight, and he kills Patroclus. And then he finds out it's Patroclus and not Achilles, and that's when Hector knows that he's going to have to face off with Achilles, because Achilles loves Patroclus. It's his best friend and his cousin. And so that the fact that Hector kills Patroclus leads to our third face-off. And our third face-off is on page 60, and it is Achilles versus Hector. And sadly, for the honorable Hector, Achilles beats him and he kills him. So that's going to lend itself to some pretty important events as well, because Achilles is so grief-stricken, he does not treat Hector's body well. And it was really important. One of the things that was really important in ancient warfare and even in modern warfare is your ability to collect your dead, meaning at the end of the battle for the day, they didn't battle all night, they would battle during the daytime. And at the end of the day, both sides were given kind of like a free pass, if you will. Both sides would go out and collect their fallen comrades and bring them back to their side to be either buried or burned. So Achilles, because he is so mad about Hector killing Patroclus, Achilles does not grant Hector that honor. And that is a huge sign of disrespect, because not only is Hector, you're supposed to not treat a dead body poorly, Hector is also a prince, so you should be treating it extra respectfully. So a lot of tough stuff happens in this last part. A lot of characters die. It's a pretty tragic story, and we get to hear about these great warriors. So our face-off number 1 is on page 52, and that is Paris and Menelaus. Menelaus wins, but Paris doesn't die. Paris gets away. Second one is between Hector and Ajax, and neither of them die because they are evenly matched. It's a really good fight. They're evenly matched, and they walk away in respect. Then during a full-on battle, Hector kills Patroclus, Achilles' best friend, on accident, thinking he was killing Achilles. And that sets up our third face-off, which is between Achilles and Hector, and Achilles wins and kills Hector. So those are our 3 major face-offs today. And those are also going to be a part of your reading guide questions. So I'm going to share that really quick. You'll see page 20, or number 21, what's the outcome of the face-off between Menelaus and Paris? What is the outcome of the face-off between Ajax and Hector? And what is the outcome of the face-off between Hector and Achilles? Okay, And the last thing I want to mention to you, number 22 and number 23 are kind of out of order. So you're going to actually answer number 23 before you will answer number 22. So it actually goes face off between Menelaus and Paris. And then there's a face off between Ajax and Hector. Then Patroclus shows his bravery in battle by pretending to be Achilles, but he gets killed. And then it's the face off between Hector and Achilles. Okay. I'm available all day online, and I will see you guys at 1:30 in my classroom to answer any questions you have about part 3. We can spend a little bit more time making sure we can answer those questions. And then, as always, I will be doing the read aloud in my classroom this afternoon. We're actually going to skip ahead a little bit so we can listen to more about the actual battle. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. Sorry this came out a little bit late. I realized I wanted to redo and focus a little bit more on the battles. So, all right, I hope you guys have a great day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.